Hey, what's up, butter YouTuber? It's me again. And yeah, yes, people, today is the day right after Useless Christ Fest 15. And I gotta say, I just went to this fest yesterday. The reason why I'm making this video today is because yesterday I was fucked up, I was drunk, I was in the pit, and my legs were fucking killing me. I was starving, so my whole body was turned off and I was fucked up. Man, beers just go right through me, I can tell you that. I'm like drinking, I had practically like 2 full cans of beer. And you think they're like small? No, they were like this big. Like this big. Both of them. And I was like, wow. It was some strong beer, by the way. Budweisers get you going when they're huge like that. I can tell you that. 2 Budweisers fucked me up. And 1 Diet Coke. So yeah. I had pretty much a big fucked up night last night. Just getting to Useless Christ Fest was insane. Like, let me tell you, like, I left school yesterday so then I can go to I'm sorry, I'm still a little at the moment. My ears are still ringing and my head still feels a little from last night. I'm sorry. It's the way my body reacts to things. So I'm a little still like that tonight. But let me get to the real point of this video. What happened yesterday was this. I left school after my 1 class. I walked down the subway stairs. I took the 4 train to 42nd Street, Times Square. That's what I did. And then I had to take the 7 train all the way to, like, I think Johnson Avenue or something like that. But, like, it was confusing as hell. It was pouring rain outside. Me with my leather jacket wearing my Dying Fetus t-shirt. And then, like, looking on my phone for directions. I was actually using my phone the whole time to see where I'm walking. And guess what? Then I found out later on that wasn't even walking distance. It was driving distance. And I was like, so you're telling me I would have to walk this many miles just to get there? I was like, hell no. So, like, I had to look and, like, tell people where this street was, what that street was, what this street was. It was a fucking crazy time. Like, I felt so, like, dead. I was like, oh, man. Shit. Like, it was like, I was expecting to get to the concert, like, at 3 something. I didn't get there until close to 5 o'clock. I was like, it took me like 3 hours just to get there. I was like, holy shit, I left so early after my 1 class just to go to the concert. But then I met these 2 ladies who were so kind and courteous that this was the most kindest thing I have ever experienced in my entire life. They were the kindest ladies that ever lived. They were that kind to me, and I felt so kind-hearted. First, I told them, oh, do you know what this is? And they were like looking at my phone, thinking which way was what. So then, after that, like, I had to then, you know, I had to ask for directions from them. So then they were like looking on their phone saying this and this. And then they told me, oh, like, what I had was a, like, car distance. Like, I would have to walk over the bridge, which there was no crosswalk for pedestrians. And I was like, oh my God. Like, really, I felt so bad after that. So then they told me to take the G train to Broadway. And they came with me. And I was like, wow. Like, they were so concerned about me. They wanted to make sure that I got there safe. And I wasn't lost in the city. Because the area where I was, I'd never been to that area before. I'd never been to that neighborhood or the G train. I'd never been on that train. So I'm like, wow, this whole adventure. And then we got to the wrong place because they thought it was 120 Manhattan Avenue. But no, I told them it was 1120 Manhattan Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. So then they took a Lyft car. So we had to get a Lyft car. And then we took the Lyft car all the way to the bar on 1120 Manhattan Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. And I was like, wow, that was a lot harder than I expected. That's why I feel like I should get a Lyft car or an Uber car. I have Uber on my phone, but I haven't accessed it yet. I think I should get Lyft too, because I feel like maybe I need to take these things to some concerts. Because yeah, I had a hard time trying to get there. But overall, when I got there, they were happy. I waved goodbye. I said bye. They were like so nice. I felt very good about myself. That was a good experience to have when going to a concert. Practically, that was the best concert experience for me. Like actually get going to a concert, because that should never ever happen to me in my life before. That was the best experience of my life, trying to get to a concert. It really was. The kindest and best. So when I got there, they stamped me on my hand. They checked my ID. I gave them my ticket. I got in. So I walked. I checked out one band that was performing. I had no idea who the fuck they were. But they were like very fucking heavy, I can tell you that. They were like, it was like jing, 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 jing. And I was like, yeah. So practically I just finished their set, like I was listening to what they had. So then I found a booth for one of my favorite slam death metal bands, Cerebral Incubization. And that, yes, guess who I met, guys? I met the vocalist of the band Cerebral Incubization and one of the guitarists from the band. And I'm like, wow. That just happened. That just happened. So I was like literally talking with him for hours. Like me and him going back and back, just talking about stuff. And it was absolutely incredible. He was like my best friend there, I can tell you that. I asked him if he had $2, so he gave me $2. And I gave him the change in $2. And I was like, wow, what a nice guy. So I was able to get myself a Diet Coke. That's where the Diet Coke came in. Because I had like 2 Budweisers. Like I had one before and then I had one again. And I was like, wow. So then after that, I bought myself a T-shirt from Cerebral Incubization. And I'll show you. This is the T-shirt I bought that has just a logo that says Cerebral Incubization on it. As you guys can see, it's just a plain white shirt with the logo. And in the back says OG Caveman Slam. And yeah, I absolutely love this T-shirt. I'm actually glad they actually had it in my size, because the other T-shirts they didn't have until this one. And I was like, hell yeah, man. Because I fucking love the logo, and I love that it has this in the back. So yeah. So after that, I bought that T-shirt. Then I listened to another band's set. That's why I started my Budweiser. So then after that, I went a little bit further trying to find this T-shirt. But before I did, I found out they had like 12 racks of CDs for sale from Severed Records. And I was like, yes! Because I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Some of these huge slam death metal bands were albums were here, and I was like, oh my god, I would love to have these on hard copy. So then, guess what I did, guys? Yeah, I bought me a few albums. I bought me not just 1, but 4 albums, and I'll show you. The first album I bought was Cerebral Incubization album. I think it's called Granoria model masturbation. And not just that. Later on, I got the guitarist Mike to actually, no, sorry, not Mike, Mark, to autograph this, and the vocalist to autograph this too. So apparently, I had the guitarist and vocalist to sign this album, as you guys can see, and there's like a little like picture of a pile of poo, which he put on it, which is fucking hilarious. That really is hilarious, by the way. And like, let me show you inside. This is what it like looks like inside the album. I already listened to this album because I have it on my phone, but I had to buy it on hard copy ever since I got it. I was like, man, I gotta get this on hard copy. So I did. So yeah, that was like the first album I bought, and I got them to autograph it, which was absolutely outstanding because now I can say, hey, I have an autographed like album from Cerebral Incubization. Yeah, and here's the record company that apparently was selling all the records there. Right here, Severed Records. They had so many albums, it's fucking hilarious. Excuse me. Second album I bought was this album right over here. Hold on. Was Trantonomedy in the album Chapters of Grotesque Torments, as you guys can see here. I have not listened to this album. I love this band, but I have not yet listened to this album. And I really, really am happy that I have a chance to actually listen to this album. I want to be able to listen to this album very soon. Like, take a look at the back. Not the back, I mean the inside. Yeah, that's pretty badass. I can't wait to put this in my CD player and start listening to this shit. It's gonna be fucking heavy, I can tell you that for sure. So yeah, third album I bought was the album Carnivorous Evisceration, Grotesque and Human Extermination. As I guess you guys all are probably thinking, Stefan, why did you buy another copy? I didn't buy another copy. The other copy I had was one I made. I downloaded it online and I put it onto a CD. That's all I did. I want to get the real version of the album, which I now have. And yeah, see? Here's the logo. Here's the CD. So yeah, I'm very actually happy to own this on physical copy. Because this is a fantastic album. I love I love Carnivorous Evisceration. The guitarist of this band, I'm like good friends with Anthony Ed, which I'll show you. As you guys can see this, he says right over there, Anthony Ed. Yeah, he's from Peru. And apparently, yeah, I'm good friends with him. I talk to him a lot on Facebook. So, yeah, I'm actually very happy to actually get to know him as a friend. So, yeah, I support him in the band. So I had to buy this album. And just look at this on the inside. Look at this on. Like, look how badass that is. Look, the CD is holographic. Which I'm like, wow. That is amazing for a CD. And who knows, maybe I'll put in the CD player and listen to it again. Wow. That's really something. Look, contacts. AECT1994@gmail.com. That's so cool. That's really cool. This is some album. Love the way it looks. I know what I'm thinking? This is an album from Peru. Because I'm like, holy shit. I actually own this on physical copy now. And fourth, and not least, the last album I bought. And it's Rectal Schmegma's Genoak album. And apparently this album just came out this year. I remember the bass player of the band who I interviewed. If you haven't seen the interview, go down below on my channel and scroll down and you see Rectal Schmegma interview. I interviewed the bass player of this band. And what I'm going to say is that he told me about this festival, and he told me that the new album just came out a few days ago. So I looked it up on YouTube. I listened to the full album that day. So then when I found out they had this on sale, I was like, fuck yeah. So like, here's the back of it too. Fucking crazy too. This is a great album, by the way. I can tell you that. This is a great album. Here's what it looks like inside, actually, by the way. It actually has like this really weird smell. Ooh, yeah, it's like this really weird, like, gooey type of smell. Which I'm like, holy crap. Yeah, it has like this really icky type of smell when you smell the disc. Maybe they did that on purpose just to make it gory and snaky. Who knows? But I gotta say, this album by Rectal Schmegma is a very good album. And the bassist, as you can see, as I'm seeing here, is Bard, Baard, Bard. He's a really cool dude. I had a chance to interview him on my YouTube channel, just like I said. And I'm very happy to own Rectal Schmegma's Gonoic album. And yeah, the very last thing I did was purchase this t-shirt that says Useless Christ 15. It has this on the front and all of this in the back. Hold on. As you guys can see, this has like all the bands that are performing in this festival. Apparently, I was able to see Cerebral Incubization and Rectal Schmegma. And I gotta say, both of these guys live is way better than listening to them on these CDs. I went to this concert mainly just to see these two bands. It was practically just to see Cerebral Incubization and Rectal Schmegma. And I'm glad I actually can say that I own both of their albums. Hold on. So yeah, very happy that I was able to own both of these albums on hard copy. They autographed this, Cerebral Incubization, but I wasn't able to get a chance for Rectal Schmegma to autograph it. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Plus, meeting him in person, the bass player from Rectal Schmegma, was such a pleasure. He even remembered who I was. And I was like, that's sick. That was sick. Loved it. I had a chance to talk to him for a while, but not that long as I did for the guy from Cerebral Incubization. Yeah. So awesome, though. So yeah, apparently these are the 4 CDs I bought from the concert yesterday. And these are the 2 t-shirts I got yesterday as well. I wasn't able to get a Rectal Schmegma t-shirt. I didn't have enough money anyway. Spent it all on merch for like this, these CDs, and this, and booze. That was really it. Booze, t-shirts, and CDs. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to end it off right here, guys. So yeah, all I bought was this t-shirt, 4 these CDs, and 2 beers, and a Diet Coke. So yeah, I had some big time last night. Useless Christ Fest was amazing. I fucking loved it. Can't wait to go back again if they have it again next year. It's going to be amazing. So overall, guys, I'm going to end the video off right here. So overall, keep it metal, keep it brutal, keep it awesome. Hope to see you guys all soon in my next video. Have a great rest of your day. And remember, always keep it metal. And goodbye.